What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to my channel. We're about to jump into your energy. This goes out to sun, moon, rising, singles, couples, men and women. Venus is included. Cross watchers, you are welcome. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share the content. It helps the channel out. And if you'd like to book me, please check the description box below, and all that information can be found. Follow me on TikTok at The Tarot Intuitive. Opening message from the Oracle, a clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. I remember we used to have those ahas and those wonderful ideas back in the day, right? So now we're going to get back to that. I do see this being a part of something that has to do with technology. I'm not saying you're going to go out there and do a startup company or anything like that, but if you are, congratulations, that's awesome. But I see this being more of you using technology as a platform. So as I like to throw out my classics, perhaps you're going to be opening a business. Perhaps you're going to be creating a YouTube channel. Perhaps you're just going to be using the platforms such as the internet to help get your things out there, so forth and so on, to help really get things across. Interestingly enough, the pumpkin, I think for quite a few of you, a lot of you all are going to get that aha moment on Samhain night. So be open to that. Understand that holding on to things is good, but don't hold on to things too tightly. Holding on too tightly is not good. You know, you ever try to grip some sand from the beach and just hold it tighter and tighter, and it just all falls through your fingers? I'm not saying you shouldn't hold on to things, but at the same time, let certain things go so these aha moments can flourish. These ideas can come forth and flow. Maybe a few of you are feeling stifled, bored, and stuck right now. Sorry with the lighting. And you could use a bit of excitement. Well, I'm here to tell you that we're here to let you know that you can expect excitement around Samhain night. Got a lot of Halloween energy going on up in here already. Okay. Yeah, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Your ancestors, your guides, you know, they want you to know that being your true self is truly going to get you to where you need to be. There's something very terrifying in being who you truly are. Now, I'm not saying any of you do this, but we all have sides to us. We all have a side. If anyone says, I don't have a bad, everyone has a side. Okay. I'm not saying you're out there kicking people, but we are all capable of explosions. We are all capable of horrible things. We are all capable of beautiful things. So don't let that shadow come in and roll too hard. Just like don't let the higher self come in and roll too hard, because I'm going to be first one to say, you know, everybody be like, oh, the shadow this, the shadow that. Yeah, the shadow is this. Has anyone ever seen someone operating from an adverse aspect of their higher self and how much of an asshole they look like? I said asshole, you can't say nothing. But let's be real here. We all had that one person who gets so high in their higher self that they think they freaking Luke Skywalker. Going on Darth Vader. So, balance. I'm not saying that's y'all, but we all been there. Everybody gets into their high and mighty vibe every now and then. Okay, you never pop up, but here you go. The Storm Angel. I think for a few, this Samhain is going to be interesting. It's going to cause you to have a collision of beliefs. You know, you're going to get an experience that's going to make you say, well, this just isn't reading a book, so forth and so on. And it can really infringe on your style and the way you practice and how you view the energies. You might have a complete shift in attitude. Doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It just means that you might shift some, right? Okay. Got some magician energy. Got the scorpionic death. Knight of Cups. I sense this being more you going forth. Not so much to an individual, but to... This actually popped up on a TikTok read. But I think it's safe to say that I see quite a few people going forth right now to the spiritual life waters, so forth and so on, mainly because we're in that time of the year where a lot of people connect with their ancestors. My black folk, y'all feel me? Now my black folk that be coming on through here, let's keep it real. Don't be like, we don't do that now, we don't do that. Man, the minute y'all we be at Thanksgiving, man, yo uncle love this, man. Here uncle, yo uncle, yo grandpa with us in spirit. That's your ancestors, your family. Come on, I had to poke a little fun. We all been there. We all got that one cousin who be like, oh, who bad, this bad, that bad, that bad, this bad, that bad, that bad, and this is bad. I don't smoke, no drink, but they do every other bad thing in the world. And they be like, oh, granddaddy with us in spirit and stuff. But don't you dare light no candle. We all been there, right? But around this time, you're going to have some spiritual experiences. So what I'm going to need you to do is stay deeply connected to the... There we go. To the element of water, to the element of life, to the element of lubrication. Also, it would be wise to really start to intake more water. I see a lot of people constantly say, leave water out with a candle for your ancestors. But they don't ever talk about hydration of the vessel. Let's keep it real. Some of us are mediums. Some of us are open to divine union, aka divine possession. If you dehydrated, what you gonna do? What you gonna channel? See where I'm going with? So stay hydrated. And that goes on all levels. Keep your skin hydrated as well. Bathe in herbs and stuff that will really help keep you cleansed and things of that nature. It's your little homework assignment. It's kind of easy to find herbs of cleansing. Or just go with the classic salt. Add a little bit of vinegar in. If you can't bust that vibe that you don't like in your system out, people might not believe me, but a tablespoon of vinegar. No, sorry, a half a cup of vinegar. A tablespoon of ammonia. Yeah, I said it, ammonia. Some salt, a little bit of pepper. Put that in a tub. Don't worry, you ain't gonna get hurt from the ammonia. It's a tablespoon. It's a tablespoon. That's gonna bust through that crap right then and there. Don't feel too secure with that. Do a house cleaning with vinegar and ammonia and call in your ancestors. And watch all that negative crap go away real fast. Call in your deity. Yeah, people who work with ammonia, that stuff is crazy potent. So is vinegar. If you feel a little down and out, include some coffee in your workings. Burn some. You don't have to drink it. You can put it on coals and burn it. I'm more for, the kind you got put in the coffee maker. But if you want to go with instant, go ahead. I ain't never done that though, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. But you can use coffee as incense. You can also take coffee baths, and that will also help you. Okay, where were we going with that? On to the Empress. Yeah, it popped up. The Empress is about fertility. So if you're expecting, congratulations, but I don't see this being so much of I'm gonna have a kid. I see that many of you are starting to anchor in the as above energy into the as below energy, and you're just standing in the middle of it and understanding the benefits of the as above, so below, as within, so without. And I know that's not exactly how you say it, but we gonna roll with it. You're really saying that by dedicating yourself to your spiritual practices, you are starting to manifest what it is that you want. Now, when people hear dedication to spiritual practices, they automatically think you got to go sit in the field and be a monk, or go hang out with the Gregorian monks all day long, or the nuns of St. Abbey and Cecilia. But you don't, okay? You don't. That's beautiful, but there's levels of dedication to this. And as long as you stay dedicated to your path, to yours, you should be good to go. You know, not everybody's meant to become that monk or that nun or that high priest or high priestess or that pastor or that deacon or that father or that bishop or, you know, that Wiccan priest or whatever it may be. Not everybody meant to build a hoodoo house. But yeah, try not to be too closed off to the messages that might come your way. This is actually the Eight of Swords, because I do see a few of you might be binded off to what might come your way this Halloween. Maybe a few of you feel slightly let down spiritually. Sometimes it's hard to make sense of it. Sometimes you got to feel your way through spirituality. That's why they had traditions and the bookwork to go with it. I'm not saying go jump into a tradition, but if you feel that you need a little bit of structure to help with the spiritual growth, there's nothing wrong with that. I do see a bit of spiritual heartbreak. Your guides haven't abandoned you. You just gotta, go with the flow. When they step back and do what they gotta do, they gotta, work on what it is that they work on too, so you can get to where you gotta get to. Team effort. Heard leave more water out for them. And don't worry, this barren set with the Five of Pentacles will only be a temporary thing. You're going through a dark night of the soul, so I really wouldn't worry about that too much. Just allow it to come through. Let's draw a couple oracles and we're out of here. For those that are curious, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. The natural world needs you. I think if you can, get outside before it gets too cold. Because we're supposed to have, if you're like in my area, close to the Maryland area or whatever, I know there's some states that are cold as heck right now. But if you're in an area where you can afford to get out and just really just get some time outside, spend a little time with nature. When it says the natural world needs you, I think that we have stepped out of balance with our connection to the natural world. And 30, 40, 50 minutes in the woods a day ain't going to really connect right away. We need serious internal work as a collective. Like a message was said to me recently. It came through like, hey kid, just imagine if every single person sang a song together at the same time. Think about that. So get out there and help the natural world. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah. And final, if you're healing from heartache, continue. But your spiritual team hasn't abandoned you, nor have your ancestors. Use your ability of clairvoyance, because you do see clearly. You do see clearly and do have the ability to tap into the aethers. Whatever method you use, that's entirely up to you. So whether you use a scrying mirror, a bowl of water, whatever it may be. But also use your clairvoyance to keep that past individual away. This past individual, invasion, boundaries violated. They weren't so much you had it out with them, or you got into a spat, or you disagreed, or you broke up and got back together and broke up again. No, this person was really freaking tormented. Like, this person was someone that no one liked. This person did not have a good heart. This person does not have a good heart. This person just doesn't have what you call a bad day. This person does not have a good heart, period. Because there's a difference between a bad day and just a person that does not have a good heart. Okay, let's just be real here. Not everybody has a good heart, and not every single person can be redeemed or saved. Some people enjoy having the darker, well, I ain't gonna say darker, because dark doesn't mean bad. In fact, to call dark bad is quite derogatory towards the Infernal Empire and to the other forces. of the nether realms. That includes dark goddesses and dark gods. So to say dark is bad is pretty much disrespectful to them within itself. So we'll go more on the aspect of just stay away from that individual. This person is just utterly just grade A POS. Stay away from them. Stay away from her. Whoever resonates, stay away from that person. But again, not dark. They just cruddy. They grimy. They just not cool. They just they enjoy effing people over. You know? So that's all I got. Man, it took a toll for the worse. Hopefully this does resonate though. Hopefully the end part doesn't resonate. But if it does, run like Forrest Gump. Keep on running. But yeah, hopefully this does resonate in some way, shape, manner, or form. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you join the Craft and Conjure Aquarius Moon Tarot family. And you see this person? Don't even go home. Just keep running. All right, y'all.